Hi everyone. Today I'm going to present a study indicates pointing and tracing worked examples enhance learning. There are three background areas in this study. First, cognitive load theory, which presents a range of instructional redesigns targeting different hypothesized sources of working memory load. Second, embodied cognition perspectives and the potential of gesturing, which shows the role of gestures in cognition, like hand movement and position, that can substantially affect cognitive processing. The last theoretical framework is about pointing and tracing gestures in education, that shows tracing the index finger over the surface of instructions can enhance learning by reducing cognitive load. This study has four hypotheses indicate pointing and tracing gestures may be highly effective means of managing attention, acting as forms of biologically primary knowledge that could support learning of biologically secondary knowledge. H1 is students who are instructed to trace out elements of geometry worked examples will outperform the students who simply study the materials, as measured by error rates, time taken to solve problems, and test performance. H2 is students who are instructed to trace out elements of geometry worked examples will rate the difficulty of test items lower than students who simply study the materials, reflecting lower levels of intrinsic cognitive load as a result of enhanced schema construction. The next hypothesis is students who trace on the surface of instructional materials should outperform those who trace in the air above the materials, who in turn should outperform those who simply study worked examples. And H4 is students who trace on the surface of instructional materials should report lower levels of test difficulty than those who trace in the air above the materials, who in turn should report lower levels of test difficulty than those who simply study worked examples. Experiment 1 was designed to explore whether a significant difference between instruction with tracing and without tracing could be obtained, using mathematics worked examples instructing angle relationship involving parallel lines. Participants were 42 year 5 students aged between 10 and 11 years from an independent boys' school in Sydney, Australia. The students were novice with respect to the angle relationships in the instructional materials.